Liverpool legend Robbie Fowler has been speaking to talkSPORT after they were beaten in the Carabao Cup final. He was asked about the future of Trent, Salah and Van Dijk.
I think it's poor from a club the size of Liverpool to sort of be in this position first and foremost. That's obviously a different conversation. I mean, I've been on talkSPORT with Jim and obviously Simon before, and spoke about these players, and from a Liverpool fan point of view, you're mega disappointed if any of them don't sign. I don't think the freedom will, if I'm being totally honest.
Yeah, I mean, look, obviously Robbie Fowler there has been speaking about the situation. How do you feel about the situation now after being knocked out of the Champions League, lost the Carabao Cup? You know, their contracts obviously running out. I kind of feel like 2 of them minimum are going to go.
Well, if they hadn't given the contract this time last year, right, they're not going to. Take Trent out of this. I'm looking now at Virgil van Dijk and Mo Salah. They're not going to give it in January. I'm giving it in February. We're now in March. Well, the season ends in 2 months. I don't see that contract that they want being offered. I think we've reached a stage where the club, whatever the players want, it's the length of contract as well. I think we need to be very much aware of that. It's the money and the length of contract. And Liverpool fans listening will say, well, give them that 3-year contract, give them $400,000 a week, but tell me you can do. Look what look what Man United are going through with Casemiro. He's now on $350,000 a week, another year left in his contract, he's going to sit it out. They don't want that.
No.
And you can't guarantee what the player's going to be doing in 12 to 18 months, 24 months' time. And I think that's the problem they've got. Salah's looked after his body. He's had a brilliant season. So's Van Dijk. But you haven't got a crystal ball. You know what? Their body eventually will give up. It has to.
Do you think they'll start looking at it now, them two, and go, right, the money's not going to happen. It's not coming. It's not what I want. I'm going to take the Premier League title and move on.
Well, both players will not be short of offers.
No.
The money they probably want. There was some video going around of Van Dijk speaking to the PSG owners after the game on Tuesday evening.
Yeah.
That might just be a coincidence. Who knows? He doesn't need to do this. His agent does it. He doesn't need to be caught. That's something he doesn't need to get caught up in.
Yeah.
That's out of his hands. Get the agents to do that. They can speak to whoever. And by the way, he can speak to them because his contract expires in the summer. He could speak to anyone outside the UK on the 1st of January. So it's not illegal what he's doing.
No.
Nothing wrong with it.
No.
I just don't see how, unless they agree to Liverpool's terms and conditions, I don't see this happening personally.
Okay. All right, let's go to Sonny, who's a Liverpool fan. All right, Sonny?
All right, Sonny.
I'm very well, thanks, Jason. How are you?
I'm all right.
All right,
How are you, Jason and Jamie?
How are you feeling?
Jason, I'm feeling a little bit downbeat, but look, Jason, I agree with you on some aspects. I think the Liverpool hierarchy are probably within their rights to have second thoughts about giving Salah a new contract, but I can't agree with your comments about, well, generally speaking, about Liverpool being a bang average team and this being an average Premier League table. I can name a few Premier League seasons where Chelsea have won it, and the league has been well below par, in my opinion. Antonio Conte's season, for example.
I couldn't care less.
I think 2013 when Man United won it. I don't think that was great either.
I know, but I couldn't care less.
Well, you might not, but the problem is...
Why do you care?
What you're doing... Why do I care? I don't mind being the best of a bad bunch. We're going to be champions. Yep. But I just think that you are trying to take the shine off Liverpool's, parade, in essence. And I just think it's a little bit distasteful from a professional player like yourself.
No, it's not. It's not a great Premier League. I don't care what you say, Sonny. It's not, for my money, a great Premier League this year.
Look, I'll tell you what. I'll give you an example. I saw talkSPORT put out a clip with you making these nonsensical comments. And thankfully, all of the fans that posted on there disagreed with your comments, so I can take solace in the fact that your comments aren't being agreed by most football fans who clearly have common sense. So
what were the comments, though?
Jason,
what were the comments?
Yeah, well, I can't say them on here, but the bell and E word was used to describe Jason's comments.
No, I'm not talking about the comments from the fans. I'm talking about Cundy's comments. I want to know the comments from the fans, because I know what they're going to be.
Sonny, you'll make me laugh. Sonny, I'll get them when they walk in the office, for God's sake.
Jason's 10 out of 10 for consistency. He has said it since December. Now, talkSPORT put out this clip on Facebook.
I know, but he is kind of getting proven a little... Look, he is kind of getting proven right to a certain extent. You've been knocked out against PSG where you played poorly, and then you've played Newcastle in the Carabao Cup and got completely... Outclassed.
I must say, I think Liverpool are paying the price for potentially picking the same 11. I think Slot picking the same 11 day in, day out. I don't know why he picked the same 11 for Southampton. Didn't rest any players against, I think it was PSV when he played them as well. So I think we're paying the price for not rotating. And I think a lot of teams are. Man City, unfortunately, Man City fortunately had £350,000 players sitting on the bench collecting their wages because they could afford to, which they're obviously getting investigated for now. But I just think, Jason, look, we can agree to disagree. I respect you. I think, to be honest with you, I listen to your show all the time, and I respect both of your opinions. But I do think you are trying to take the shine off.
So let me ask you this. Is this a brilliant Premier League season?
Probably not. But I don't think the Premier League's been brilliant for the past few seasons.
Okay.
All we've seen is Man City dominating.
At least. Okay, I'll ask you another question. Right? Think about what I'm going to say before you answer it, right? The Klopp side that finished second against Manchester City, right? That Klopp side, right? You remember it?
I do indeed.
Right, okay.
I do.
Would that beat this current Arsenal team?
Yeah, they would.
Well, then that tells you that I'm right.
Not necessarily, Jason. There's many factors. Yeah.
Well, what I'm saying is, if the second best side,
I think that team would beat this Liverpool team.
If that, I was going to work. I think that Liverpool team you're talking about, I think that beats this current Liverpool team.
Oh yeah, without a shadow of doubt.
Let me get this straight. The second, when Klopp finished second with 90-something ridiculous points against the Man City one, you think it would beat the current Liverpool side and the current Arsenal side, first and second?
All right. Can I ask you a question?
No. Can I just clarify? That's what you're saying.
That is what I'm saying. Right. That is what I'm saying. Yeah.
I agree with you, by the way.
But different eras. Like I said, the Premier League. Look, certain players have left. Can I just say also?
No, it's not. It's almost the same team, Sonny.
Okay, let me ask you. In 2015, when Leicester won it, that wasn't a great Premier League season. Tottenham Hotspurs came third in a two-horse race. Yep. But let me just ask you. That wasn't a great season, but I haven't heard Jason or anybody mention that was an average season.
Well,
2013.
I think it's widely accepted, isn't it? Isn't it widely accepted that it was that season was the season that other teams could have won it? Arsenal and Spurs are the ones that will be kicking themselves because Liverpool were crap, Chelsea were crap, City were crap, Man United were crap. And I think that's what you're seeing now. Everyone outside of Liverpool have been good, right? I'm sorry, you deserve to win it. You're the best side. What I'm saying is that the threat that you've had behind you has been pretty pathetic. And Arsenal are the closest to that threat. And you've just said to me that the second best side under Klopp would beat that team. And I'm just saying I agree with you.
Okay, well, Man City won the league when we were ravaged by 9 or 10 or 11 injuries, including no back four of ours when Fabinho had to play in the back four. That was also a bang average season. Man City won it with flying colours, but nobody once mentioned that Man City won that Premier League season and it was an average season. And that's the point I'm making. If you're going to be consistent, don't just talk about Liverpool being the best of a bad bunch. Let's go back in time and look at Chelsea. Look at Man City.
But I think if you look at that Man City that did win that Premier League, it was a brilliant side. This Liverpool side is...
It's not the best Liverpool side you've ever seen. It's not.
You're going to win it, and you've been efficient, and certain games you've played really well. Yeah. But it does feel like it's been workmanlike. It's been a workmanlike season from Liverpool. And when it comes to the crunch and the big games, you've let yourselves down.
I agree, and I think this is a part of the learning curve for Slot, and I think the hierarchy also.
That's what I said.
Well, I don't know. I must have missed that part.
But that's all I've said. This Liverpool team is not the Klopp Liverpool side that took City. That you and City that season. You and City were going toe to toe. I've got to tell you, mate. That season was City, and it wasn't just those two. Yeah. It's that the standard this year. I'm going to ask this question now. Outside of Mohamed Salah, and Isak, who are the best players in this league?
Yeah,
who are they? Well, I want someone to phone me up and say to me, he's in the title race. He's in the race to be the player of the season. There is no one. I remember going back. I'm going to go back a long way. Bergkamp, Thierry Henry, Didier Drogba, Lampard, Steven Gerrard. You had players all over. Those players don't exist. And I wonder, is it the system that's being played that's made this league a little bit dull?
Yeah.
Is it? I
Well,
don't know.
the way the football's being played.
I just wonder whether the way the football's being
I think
played.
it's that. I think PSR rules of, sport getting the best players over. But listen, Tony, I've got a break.
Cheers,
Keep your calls coming in. You can have your say on what we're talking about. 03 717 22 33 You're listening to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT with talkSPORT Bet. Download the app today for the latest odds and offers. 18 plus. Beganware.org.
The Sports Bar with Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. Monday to Thursday nights from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.